everyone, my name is KK the Jam Diva, and in this video I am going to give you some tips on how I create my amazing art, if I do say so myself. I'm going to give you some basic tips on how I create my nail art in the nail art studio, and we are also going to go through some of my more complex tips. So first of all, if you are a consultant, then you can just go ahead and log into your back office. If you are a customer, and this is your first time on the Jamberry website or on your consultant website, first you want to go ahead and click on login. So next you're going to click on customer login. And then, like I said, if you've already been on the website, you already have an account, then it's going to bring you to this page. If you do not already have an account, if you do not already have an account, then you're going to come to the next page, and it's going to tell you to set up an account. So after we've done that, you are going to see about, I'm trying to look through my phone to make sure that you all can see everything that I'm doing. You're going to see Nail Art Studio right there, and you're going to click on it. And I've been in here designing, so all of my designs that I've approved, that I've worked on and have approved, is right there. So if you've been in designing again, you will see all of your approved designs there. Next, you're going to click Get Started, because now we're ready to design something new or start designing for the very first time. So I'll show you all in another video, but if you're a consultant, you want to make sure that you have your marketplace set up, where you have your picture, your little blurb about you, and then you can, set up your own personal profile, and you can click on view page. You're going to have your own marketplace and all those fun things. I'm not sure if customers have a marketplace also, but customers are allowed to sell their designs on the Jamberry website without being a consultant, but that's for another video. I'm working. You may hear my son come over here and talk to me, but just ignore him, and you may hear Blaze and the Monster Machine or something on Disney Junior come on the TV. I'm trying to keep him distracted, and it's not working all that great. Okay, so now that all that fun stuff is out of the way, next you're going to click on Create New. We're going to start from scratch. Once you create new, you are going to come to this page that looks like this. You're going to name your design, and a lot of times I name mine, at the end, because I need inspiration. I don't know what to name it, so I'll just type in a letter or couple of letters to just get me started to where I can start designing. Not so loud, X. And then you're gonna click the next button. Don't be so loud, mommy, making a video. Sorry about that. Life of a mommy. So you're all set now to begin designing, like Picasso. Basic. We're gonna start very basic. So you're going to see this thumbnail here. It says 1A. This is, I should have had a sheet here. But this is your biggest toe. Okay, here it is. So the 1A is your biggest toe. And then you're going to see 2A, which will be the second biggest toe. So, I mean, not 2A. But 2B, 1B. Here it is. Get it right, KK. Get it right. You're going to see 1A, 2A, and then 3 all the way down, A. And then on the bottom, you will see 1B, and etc. That's how your sheet looks. That's how a sheet looks there. So, your design is white. You have to put something over that design, because if you do not, it is going to print and you're going to be able to see that. January does not make clear NAS yet, hopefully in the near future. But you definitely want to make sure that you put something on this line. So what you want to start with, you start with your shapes. I like to start with the square because it's easier to stretch out. So you click on whichever shape that you want. You're going to click add. And then I like to drag it down to the bottom because you want to make sure that you are dragging it all around the nail. All around the dotted line of the nail. So I just kind of grab that middle box there on my mouse, left click it, and pull it out past the dotted lines. And I do this all the way around, all 4 sides. Drag it all the way up to the top. Oh, not that. Now the reason you want to make sure that this square is going all around the design is because if it does not come out to the sides, it's going to cut off your design on the side, and again you're going to have that white line where it didn't print your design, and you don't want that. I like to use these numbers here because I like to bring them all the way out to the numbers. And I just bring it out on the other side equally. So as you can see here, when I click on this box, a smaller toolbox pops up over here. This is where I can duplicate the design. So say you want to make sure that you click on it. I want the same exact shape, just like that, to use on the same nail. I'm going to hit duplicate. And see, now it just made 2 of the same shape. I changed my mind. I don't want it. So you're going to make sure that you click on the box that you do not want. Make sure it's the one that you do not want. And delete. So now we're going to keep this one. Good. Keep it up. Click on it again. So that's the box that you're working on. And we don't like that ugly gray color. Totally fine. So we're going to click on color. And then you just choose whichever color you want. And it changes. So let's say that looks good and we want to keep it just like that. We're going to hit apply. See, it applied to that one nail that we was working on. But say you wanted to go that same design to go to more than one nail. You're just going to click any nail that you want it on. Once you have them all selected that you want to work on, that you want that design on, then you're just going to hit apply. It's going to do some loading stuff. And you see, it's on the nails that I selected. So I have my phone on a stand, but I'm kind of holding it to make sure you all can see what I'm doing. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so now that we have our base down, you always want to start with your base. Like I said, so that when it goes to print, that it's not leaving a white line where you didn't pull it past everything. But we want a design on top of that because that's boring. So we're going to click on patterns. And let's say we want some, this says 2018 with graduation coming up. Click on the design that you want. And you're going to hit apply. So as you notice that it's all stretched out, you only have like 1 grad on the whole nail. And this is where you're going to, cut it in half. And then on the other side you won't have grad. So you want to size that to how you want it. I usually put it to the same size as the bottom layer. Oh, but I usually put it like down to the middle because I'm going to duplicate it. That way, when I cut it in half, my nails on both hands look the same. So again, we're going to go back over here to this toolbox and just hit duplicate. Once we like it like that, hit duplicate. Pull it to the other side, drag it to the other half of the nail, and flip it so that way when the design is facing each other, and when it's cut, they're faced the same way. And then we're gonna hit apply. Again, select whichever nails that you want to apply. Hit apply. So let's say we got all 10 nails designed the way we want it. Now, a lot of times you can click over here, this little grid of squares here, right there, and you can see what your sheet looks like. But sometimes it don't. Oh, no, that's not right. Sometimes like this, it don't, you know, show correctly. So normally what I would do is I would go to submit. Don't worry, it's not submitting. Submit right over here. It's loading. And it'll bring you to the screen. And over here, it will show you what your whole sheet looks like. So everything looks good. Yep. And remember at the beginning when we was going into the nail art studio and we needed to have a name? I just typed in some letters because I like to design my nails first and then go back and name them from my inspiration or whatever I like to do. So, of course, we do not want that name. So, this is where we can also edit. You click on edit. You click that box. Change it to whatever name you want it to be. Some add a description here. I rarely do. I don't know the benefit of the hashtags yet, but I always add a hashtag or two. That I think the benefits is people can search, type in a hashtag, and then your design will come up. So I always make sure to at least add a hashtag, even if it's just the color of the design. Or here I write graduation, you know, 2017. Anything that has to do with graduation, I'll type in a few of them, probably like 5 or 6 of them or so. And then once you're done, you want to make sure that you make it public. That way people can see your design. I'll go ahead and do it because I can always just delete it. You hit public, you scroll back up, you hit submit. It's going to bring you back here. Now that design did not submit yet. It did not submit yet. It just made it public. So it's going to bring you back to all your designs that you've ever worked on. You're going to click this very first box, this very first lightly gray box where it says edit. Now you only made it public, so you still have a chance to edit it. Once you submit it for it to be approved and sent to the printer, you cannot edit anymore. So make sure everything is to your liking, the name, the description, everything that you want to add has been done. Because once you submit it for print, you cannot, you know, do anything about that. So I'm going to show you, go ahead and show you how to submit this also. So everything still looks good. I like that name. I like my description. I like my hashtags. You want to make sure that you hit public again. Make sure that public is always clicked. You're going to go down here, read this a blurb. Make sure it's nothing offensive. Make sure you have the permission to use whatever design you're using. All that looks good. Tap agree and then submit. And then I'll go ahead and submit it because I can still delete it, but I can't edit. You hit submit. It's going to bring you to a screen like this. You're going to go ahead and hit submit again. And then Jamberry is going to pop up a little message that says, congratulations, your nails are one step closer to being on their way, or some kind of blurb they say. I never really read it. Just say congratulations, and then you can begin working on your next design. And that's basic designing with KK the Jam Diva. Oh, let me go back because it's more basic stuff that you can do too. So I never do this, but you can also, right here in the Nail Art Studio, add text. I never do it because the texts are like so basic. So I usually, if I want to add some text, I'll go into one of my apps on my phone and create some text or some words, whatever I want to use on a transparent background using my app. So let's say we want KK the Jam Diva on our nails. You can select, you type in what you want to say, and then you have a very basic, you know, font that you can use. It's just these, what, 6 of them? You don't really, they're not cute at all. Just Arial, the Comic Sans, Carrier. But you just select whichever, you know, thing you want, text you want to use, and then hit add, and then it'll be there on your nails. And then you highlight that, and you want to make sure that it fits on your nail, of course, so you can, again, size it. And drag it wherever you want your text to be, and then that'll be that. And of course, make sure you highlight that, and then you're gonna apply it to any nails that you want. Click any nails that you want to apply, hit apply, and then there you have it. It's going to be on these nails. So that's one of the basic ways. That's pretty much it for the basic that I do. So what's going to happen, so that I'm not confusing anybody and they not like getting like bored with hearing my voice, I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and then I'll come back into another video showing you how I do some of my more complex designs. All right, peace out. Thank you for watching, and please don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions.